Hi guys, I'm Vidya and I hope you're doing well. In today's video, I'm going to talk all about my son's favorite feeding essentials from the age 12 months to 2 years. So if your baby is less than 12 months, I do have a video on feeding essentials for 6 to 12 months old babies. So do check that out. And I'll also share with you what I look for when I'm buying these things so that you don't have to buy the exact same brands, but it'll give you an idea of what criteria to look for in all of the feeding essentials. All the links will be in the description box below, and let's get started. I'll talk about plates first. So we use these plates by Bumpkins. These are silicone plates, and these are they have this grip at the bottom that helps it to stick to the table and not move around. So it says it's 100% food grade silicone and it's dishwasher safe. Toddlers are not very good at keeping their plates on the table, so even if my son tries to take it off and throw it away, it won't move. The only way to take it out is if you put your finger under the plate and loosen the grip that it has, like the seal that it has, only then it will come off. So we have two of these, and I just bought the pink because it was on sale. I don't care if my son eats in a pink plate, but these have been really good. We have been using these, get used every single day. So one is for lunch and one is for dinner, and at the end of the day both of them go in the dishwasher. We also use these plate/mats by Easy Peasy. These have like this huge silicone base at the bottom that prevents any spills or splashes. So for a younger child or a younger toddler, these might be more appropriate. We use these occasionally right now. We used to use them more earlier. This is quite handy because it just rolls like this, and if you want to go to a restaurant or something, you can take this with you like that. We also have this one by Easy Peasy. This is like a bowl/placemat, and this one is more deeper, so I use this more often when I'm giving him soup or oatmeal or cereal or anything that comes, you have to eat from a bowl. So this one is also really good. These are also dishwasher safe. When he got a little bit older and he was not interested in throwing plates, I used the good old-fashioned stainless steel plate. This is so good. I really like this because it's stainless steel, it's non-toxic. Any Indian food that you put on a stainless steel plate, I think it looks so much better and colorful. What I look for when I'm buying a plate for my son is it should be non-plastic, which is like the most obvious thing because we serve warm to hot food and I don't want the plastic leaching into his food. So number one is no plastic for meals. The second thing is I prefer silicone or stainless steel. As you saw, these are the materials that are more safe for anyone. The plate should be wide because the children, they don't know how to eat from the center of the plate yet. So I like how this one has walls at the very end, so he can scoop the food from the very edges of the plate and it'll not fall over. And you see how this end has a line. This goes right against his body, so he has more surface area at the bottom. So when children eat, they usually push the food towards themselves and pick it up with their spoon. So this has been so good. I think it's so well designed. It's like the perfect plate if you ask me. You get a lot of this shape of plates in the market, not just Bumpkins, but Bumpkins has been excellent quality. Like, we haven't replaced these plates at all for the last more than 1.5 years. So I highly recommend these. The next thing I look for is that it should have a good grip, or it shouldn't be easy to tip. So all these plates and bowls have kind of a sticky grip at the bottom. Next are spoons and utensils. So my son has been feeding himself from quite an early age. So we try to get him spoons and forks that he can hold on his own. They have a good grip. And I look for a wide base so that more food gets into it without working too much. And then I also find a short handle which is easy to hold. So I'll show you these two. These are the ones that we've been using regularly. These are by Oxo, and this set has been going strong for the last 1.5 years, and it has been working really well. So even the fork has blunt edges, so it's quite safe. And even though it has blunt edges, it does get food on it. So if you're giving him pasta or something, he does manage to stab the pasta and get some on it. So this is very convenient for new eaters. And the spoon itself is so good. It has a nice thick handle that is easy for the child to hold. because they hold it like this, they don't hold it like that. So I think these are also very well designed. Earlier we used to use these Beba spoons. These are completely silicone and they don't have any, you know, attachments or edges, so they're very easy to clean and very hygienic, easy to sterilize even. So if you have a younger baby, you can use something like this. I have talked about these in my earlier video as well. And as he started getting older and more comfortable with eating, I started giving him teaspoons, like the smallest spoon that we have in the kitchen, and he's completely fine with that. Next are bibs. Now our favorite bibs are by the brand OXO. These are, I also spoke about these in my last video, like 6 to 12 months favorites. So these have been going strong since then, like almost 2 years. And these are so great because they have this silicone cup at the very end to catch any spills. And I just put them in the laundry and they wash very well, and I just let them air dry. And I also use this one by Bumpkins. This is a more softer bib. This is a waterproof material. Also has a pocket, but not as effective as the OXO ones. These are more for, you know, traveling. These go easily. They fold up really small. They go in the diaper bag in a very small part, so very handy. And similar to this, I have some disposable bibs as well. They look exactly like this. I'll put the link in the description box below. For a bib, what I look for is it should be waterproof, because otherwise what's the point? And I would want to have a nice wide you know, compartment for catching all the food when it falls down, because children drop a lot of food. And it should be, you know, machine washable, and it should dry easily. So these are the things I look for in a bib, and these two have been working amazingly for us. And I think we're kind of outgrowing the bib stage, so all I had to do was buy these two bibs and this one for traveling. That's it. That was my investment for bibs. Moving to Sippy Cups. Now Sippy Cups is something where I experimented quite a lot, and we have settled on a few favorites. So the ones we are using regularly are these by Pura Kiki. So at 12 months of age, we used to give him water in this little Sippy Cup. This is 4 ounces or 5 ounces. This is really great because it has a removable silicone top, and you can use it for different stages. So when you're starting out, you can have a baby feeding nipple on the top, and then when you're transitioning to a sippy cup, you can have a toddler, like a sippy spout, and then you can move to a straw top. We use the small one for water and we use the big one for milk. At home, we also use this cup. This is a stainless steel cup with a silicone straw. It is pretty spill proof, but I don't trust it too much because the straw can just come off. And we use this like a glass for water on a daily basis. And if he's having juice or something, I put the straw on, so he feels like he's drinking from a glass, but it's still kind of spill proof. So this is another favorite. For some time, he used the Munchkin 360 cup. This is a trainer cup, so if your child is just learning how to drink from a regular cup, this feels like a regular cup, but it has kind of a seal on top that doesn't let the liquid fall. So, and your child has to kind of work to get the water out of it. So this is a good trainer cup, I think. We use this for a few months, I think, and then he just completely transitioned to a regular cup. So what I look for in a sippy cup is basically it should not be plastic again, and it should kind of be spill proof, and I want it to be a little bit bigger. When he was younger, I wanted a smaller cup because you know, he can't pick it up if it's much bigger than this, but now we are okay with having a little bit bigger cup. His outside, so when we go out, we use another cup. I think Camelback is the brand, and that is like an outdoor proper cup that does not spill at all no matter what you do. So that is for going out. He has taken it out right now, so I can't show it to you. But these two are the ones that we use regularly, and maybe I'll do a separate review on Pura Kiki because I really like this cup, and it does have some small issues but not enough to stop me from using them. So these are this is the primary milk bottle that we use right now. It also has a straw on top that we replace occasionally, but more on that in a later review. Next are snack bowls. From the very beginning, we have been using these Munchkin bowls, and they are still going strong. These have the suction at the bottom that helps the, you know, bowl to stay firm even if the child tries to rip it apart. The suction is pretty good. I'm okay with plastic for snacks because we hardly give him any hot snacks. They're usually just fruit or crackers or something. So the plastic bowls that I already have in my home are working just fine. For traveling, I use this container. So this is a stacking snack container that I still use. For some reason I can't find the remaining parts, but I have talked about this in my older video as well. So basically it has 3 containers that stack one on top of the other, and the top one has a little handle. This goes very well in diaper bags. For a high chair, we used to use the Fisher Price Space Saver high chair, and that worked beautifully until he was around 18 months, when he just stopped wanting to sit in the high chair. He wanted to sit on a regular chair with all of us. So we didn't know what to do, but we found this amazing product on Amazon. The link will be in the description box. But it basically raises the chair to our height, so a child can sit on a regular chair. But of course you have to be a little careful because it is a regular chair. It doesn't have the seat belts or any kind of protection, so the child can just fall over. He loves sitting on it. He feels like he's part of the family when he sits on it, and he's eating from a regular chair with a regular spoon. So this chair booster has worked for us excellently, and I see us using it for the next several years until he's able to sit on a chair by himself without needing the height. Lastly, and this is completely optional, you can use a floor mat to cover the floor under the high chair or wherever your child is eating, because the food can get everywhere, and when they're learning to eat, most of the food falls on the floor. So I used to use this protective mat by, this is also, I think this is Bumpkins. This is also by Bumpkins, and we have been using this from when he just started learning to eat until very recently, because it's very hard for me to clean the floors otherwise, and this makes it much easier. And this folds up really small, and now that he's outgrown that stage of dropping food, we use this for painting projects. You can see there's some paint here, so we put it on the floor, sit on it and paint, do whatever we want, arts and crafts, whatever. And if you've seen my older video, you would have noticed that many of those products have just rolled over into this one. That's the beauty of having a good product. Like, once you make that investment, it might be slightly expensive in the beginning, but it's worth it because they last forever, and you won't have to replace them. You won't have to spend more effort trying to find a different product again and again. So you end up saving time and creating less waste. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have something that you really swear by for your child in terms of eating and feeding, please leave it in the comment section. I would love to know what you like using. And as always, give this video a like, and I'll see you another time. Take care. Bye. I swear this place is being taken over by toys.